Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. So in this video we will discuss the driving theory test and we will be discussing the 50 most common questions in the driving theory test. For each question I'll give you 10 seconds to choose your answer and after that I will reveal the correct answer. So let's start with the first one, which is when should you flash your headlights at other road users? Options are when showing that you're about to turn, when letting them know that you're there, when telling them that you have the right of way, or when showing that you're giving way. So the correct option is second option, when letting them know that you are there. Next question is, what's the legal minimum insurance coverage you must have to drive on public roads? Options are comprehensive, third party, fire and theft, personal injury cover, or third party only. So the correct option is last option, you need third party only insurance. Why should you switch your headlights on when it first starts to get dark? Options are because the street lights are lit, to make your dials easier to see, so that you blend in with other drivers, or so others can see you more easily. So the correct option is last option. You should turn on your headlights so that others can see you more easily when it gets dark. Next question is, why should you never wave people across at pedestrian crossings? Options are they may not be looking, it's safer for you to carry on, they may not be ready to cross, or another vehicle may be coming. So the correct option is last option, another vehicle may be coming. Next question is, what's the purpose of road humps, chicanes and narrowings? Options are to separate lanes of traffic, to allow pedestrians to cross, to increase traffic speed, or to reduce traffic speed. So the correct option is last option, they are there to reduce traffic speed. Next question is, what requires extra care when you're driving or riding in windy conditions? Options are moving off on a hill, passing pedal cyclists, turning into a narrow road, or using the brakes. So the correct option is second option, passing pedal cyclists requires extra care in windy conditions. Next question is, how would age affect an older person's driving ability? Options are they won't be able to obtain car insurance, they'll need glasses to read road signs, they'll take longer to react to hazards, or they won't signal at junctions. So the correct option is third option, they'll take longer to react to hazards. Next question is, which sign means that there may be people walking along the road? So here we have four signs. Which one means that there may be people walking along the road? So the correct option is first one. This sign warns you that there may be people walking along the road, so be careful. Next question is, you're waiting to come out of a side road. Why should you look carefully for motorcycles? Options are police patrols often use motorcycles, motorcycles have right of way, motorcycles are usually faster than cars, or motorcycles can easily be hidden behind obstructions. So the correct option is last option, because motorcycles can be easily hidden, so you should be careful and you should look for them first. Next question is, what does this sign mean? Options are route for buses, route for trams, give way to buses, or give way to trams. So the correct option is second option. This shows that this is a route for trams. Next question is, what does this sign mean? Options are risk of ice, 6 roads converge, place of historical interest, or multi-exit roundabout. So the correct option is first option. This warns us of the risk of ice. Next question is, what does this sign mean? Options are give way to trams, give way to farm vehicles, wait at the crossroads, or wait at the barriers. So the correct option is first option. This shows us that you should give way to trams. Next question is, what does a red traffic light mean? Options are you should stop unless turning left, you must stop and wait behind the stop line, stop if you are able to brake safely, or proceed with care. So the correct option is second option. The red traffic light means that you must stop and wait behind the stop line. Next question is, what's the purpose of a catalytic converter? Options are to reduce engine wear, to reduce harmful exhaust gases, to reduce the risk of fire, or to reduce fuel consumption. So the correct option is second option. The catalytic converter is used to reduce harmful exhaust gases. Next question is, what color are the reflective studs along the left hand edge of the motorway? Options are red, white, green, or amber. So the correct option is first option. They are red colored. Next question is, what must you do when you're overtaking a car at night? Options are switch your headlights to main beam before overtaking, select a higher gear, flash your headlights before overtaking, or make sure you don't dazzle other road users. So the correct option is last option. You need to make sure that you don't dazzle anyone. Next question is, you're about to go down a steep hill. What should you do to control the speed of your vehicle? Options are select a high gear and use the brakes firmly, select a high gear and use the brakes carefully, select a low gear and use the brakes carefully, or select a low gear and avoid using the brakes. So the correct option is third option. You should select a low gear and you should use the brakes carefully. Next question is, which document may the police ask you to produce after you have been involved in a collision? Options are your theory test certificate, your driving license, your vehicle registration document, or your vehicle service record. So the correct option is second option, your driving license. Next question is, you've just gone through flood water. What should you do to make sure your brakes are working properly? Options are accelerate and keep to a high speed for a short time, stop for at least an hour to allow them time to dry, avoid using the brakes at all for a few miles, or go slowly while gently applying the brakes. So the correct option is last option. You should go slowly while gently applying the brakes to make sure that your brakes are working properly. Next question is, you're following a slower moving vehicle. What should you do if there is a junction just ahead on the right? Options are slow down and prepare to overtake on the left. Only consider overtaking when you're past the junction. Overtake after checking your mirrors and signaling. Or accelerate quickly to overtake before reaching the junction. So the correct option is second option. You should only consider overtaking when you're past the junction. Next question is, what does this sign mean? Options are quayside or riverbank, steep hill downwards, road liable to flooding, or uneven road surface. So the correct option is first option. This warns us about a quayside or river bank. Next question is, you're parked on the road at night. When must you use parking lights? Options are when you're near a bus stop, when you're facing oncoming traffic, when the speed limit exceeds 30 miles per hour, or when there are continuous white lines in the middle of the road. So the correct option is third option. When the speed limit exceeds 30 miles per hour, you should use your parking lights. Next question is, what should you do if the left hand pavement is closed due to street repairs? Options are use your right hand mirror more often, position close to the left hand curb, speed up to get past the roadworks more quickly, or watch out for pedestrians walking in the road. So the correct option is last option. You should watch out for pedestrians walking in the road. Next question is, what should you do immediately after joining a motorway? Options are readjust your mirrors, position your vehicle in the central lane, try to overtake, or stay in the left hand lane. So the correct option is last option. You should stay in the left hand lane. Next question is, which sign shows that you are entering a one-way system? So the correct option is first option. The first sign shows that you're entering a one-way system. Next question is, what does this sign mean? Options are no waiting for buses and cycles, no buses and cycles allowed, contraflow bus and cycle lane, or with flow bus and cycle lane. So the correct option is last option. This shows that it is a with flow bus and cycle lane. Next question is, what should you do if you see a large box fall from a lorry onto the motorway? Options are catch up with the lorry and try to get the driver's attention, stop close to the box until the police arrive, go to the next emergency telephone and report the hazard, or pull over to the hard shoulder then remove the box. So the correct option is third option. You should go to the next emergency telephone and report the hazard. Next question is, you're about to overtake a cyclist. Why should you leave them as much room as you would give to a car? Options are the cyclist might speed up, the cyclist might have to make a left turn, the cyclist might be unsettled if you pass too near them, or the cyclist might get off their bicycle. So the correct option is third option, because the cyclist might be unsettled if you pass too near them. Next question is, you are the first person to arrive at an incident where people are badly injured. You switched on your hazard warning lights and checked all engines are stopped. What else should you do? Options are stop other cars and ask the drivers for help, move the people who are injured clear of their vehicles, make sure that an ambulance has been called, or try and get people who are injured to drink something. So the correct option is third option. You should make sure that an ambulance has been called. Next question is, you've just passed your driving test. How can you reduce your risk of being involved in a collision? Options are by always staying close to the vehicle in front, by staying in the left-hand lane on all roads, by never going over 40 miles per hour, or by taking further training. So the correct option is last option, by taking further training. Next question is, you're waiting in a traffic queue at night. How can you avoid dazzling drivers behind you? Options are use the parking brake and release the foot brake, use the parking brake and foot brake together, keep your foot on the foot brake, or balance the clutch with the accelerator. So the correct option is first option, you should use the parking brake and release the foot brake. Next question is, you're driving in traffic at the speed limit for the road. What should you do if the driver behind is trying to overtake? Options are move closer to the car ahead so the driver behind has no room to overtake, wave the driver behind to overtake when it's safe, accelerate to get away from the driver behind, or keep a steady course and allow the driver to overtake. So the correct option is last option, you should keep a steady course and allow the driver behind to overtake. Next question is, how will a roof rack affect your car? Options are, there will be less wind noise, the engine will use more oil, the car will accelerate faster, or fuel consumption will increase. So the correct option is last option, the fuel consumption will increase. Next question is, what does the solid white line at the side of the road indicate? Options are footpath on the left, traffic lights ahead, cycle path, or edge of the carriageway. So the correct option is last option, they indicate the edge of the carriageway. Next question is, what should you do if you're driving on a motorway and you miss the exit that you wanted to take? Options are, make a U-turn at the next gap in the central reservation, carefully reverse in the left-hand lane, carry on to the next exit, or carefully reverse along the hard shoulder. So the correct option is third option, you should carry on to the next exit. Next question is, when may you drive without wearing your seatbelt? Options are, when you're driving slowly in queuing traffic, when you're carrying out a maneuver that includes reversing, when you're testing your brakes, or when you're moving off on a hill. So the correct option is second option, you may drive without wearing your seatbelt when you're carrying out a maneuver that includes reversing. Next question is, you're carrying two 13-year-old children and their parents in your car. Who's responsible for seeing that the children wear their seatbelts? Options are the children, you the driver, the front seat passenger, or the children's parents. So the correct option is second option, you as the driver are responsible for seeing that the children wear their seatbelts. Next question is, why is it particularly important to check your vehicle before making a long motorway journey? Options are, you will have to do more harsh braking on motorways, the road surface will wear down the tires faster, continuous high speeds increase the risk of your vehicle breaking down, or motorway services areas don't deal with breakdowns. So the correct option is third option, continuous high speeds increase the risk of your vehicle breaking down, so it's better to make sure before starting your journey. Next question is, who is responsible for making sure that a vehicle isn't overloaded? Options are, the owner of the items being carried, the driver of the vehicle, the licensing authority, or the person who loaded the vehicle. So the correct option is second option, the driver of the vehicle is responsible. Next question is, which instrument panel warning light would show that headlights are on main beam? So the correct option is last option, this blue sign shows that your headlights are on main beam. Next question is, when could the cost of your insurance be reduced? Options are, when you are under 25 years old, when you pass the driving test first time, when you complete the Pass Plus scheme, or when you don't wear glasses. So the correct option is third option, when you complete the Pass Plus scheme. Next question is, what does the term blind spot mean? Options are, an area covered by your left hand mirror, an area not covered by your headlights, an area covered by your right hand mirror, or an area not visible to the driver. So the correct option is last option. It is an area that is not visible to the driver. Next question is, when should you leave a 2-second gap between your vehicle and the one in front? Options are when it's icy, when it's foggy, when it's dry, or when it's raining. So the correct option is third option, when it's dry. Next question is, how can you use your vehicle's engine as a brake? Options are by selecting neutral gear, by changing to a low gear, by changing to a high gear, or by selecting reverse gear. So the correct option is second option, by changing to a low gear. Next question is, in order to supervise a learner driver, you need to have held a full driving license for the same category of vehicle for at least 3 years. What other requirement must you meet? Options are to hold an advanced driving certificate, to be an approved driving instructor, to have a car with dual controls, or to be at least 21 years old. So the correct option is third option. The other requirement is to be at least 21 years old. Next question is, what should you do if your vehicle catches fire while you're driving through a tunnel? Options are, drive it out of the tunnel if it's safe to do so, park it away from the carriageway, pull up, then walk to an emergency telephone, or leave it where it is with the engine running. So the correct option is first option. You should drive it out of the tunnel if it is safe to do so. Next question is, what style of driving causes increased risk to everyone? Options are responsible, defensive, competitive, or considerate. So the correct option is third option. Competitive driving increases the risk for everyone. Next question is, you're waiting to emerge at a junction. Your view is restricted by parked vehicles. What can help you to see traffic on the road you're joining? Options are looking for traffic behind you, checking for traffic in your interior mirror, making eye contact with other road users, or reflections of traffic in windows. So the correct option is last option. The reflection of traffic in windows can help you. Next question is, you want to put a rear facing baby seat on the front passenger seat. What must you do if the passenger seat is protected by a frontal airbag? Options are, deactivate the airbag, turn the seat to face sideways, put the child in an adult seat belt, or ask a passenger to hold the baby. So the correct option is the first option. You should deactivate the airbag. So that's it for this video. If you have any questions, make sure to leave a comment down below and I'll try my best to answer you. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a like and subscribe for more. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching.